Typically for this resting hand splint, we like to make the pattern on a piece of paper or a paper towel, but for the purposes of this video, we're just going to trace the pattern right onto the splint material. You can see that the therapist is tracing a rough outline of the forearm and the hand, making sure that she is capturing 2/3 of the forearm. Important landmarks to mark include the tip of the middle finger, the radial distal palmar crease, and the radial and the ulnar styloids. With these landmarks, the therapist is going to trace a line from the tip of the middle finger down to the base of the wrist crease. And here you can see she is creating the aspect of the splint for the thumb based on those landmarks. You can immediately notice that this material has great drapeability. To make the patient a little bit more comfortable, you're welcome to put them on a pillow or a bolster. That way they can rest their arm on there. Typically, someone who you're making the splint for doesn't have great strength or range of motion, so propping them up on a pillow is typically best practice. When it comes to the positioning of the patient, we want the wrist to be in neutral, the fingers in a slight curve, so very minimal MCP flexion and IP flexion, and the thumb to be in abduction and opposition. Here, the therapist is just marking where the straps are going to go. We're looking at doing the wrist, the forearm, around the thumb, around the base of the hand, and around the fingers. Strapping is very important, and you want to make sure you hit the right spot so the patient's not levering up out of the splint.